The stakes are very high over the next week. And that's why I will soon introduce the Extend the TikTok Deadline Act to extend the deadline by which ByteDance must sell TikTok or face a ban, and it should be extended by an additional 270 days.
Now, before you get excited, that was Senator Ed Markey, a Democrat from Massachusetts, just a short time ago on the Senate floor, talking about this new bill that he's introducing. He is saying that, as I told you in this video earlier today, the Senate never actually considered the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, which is the bill that creates the TikTok ban, as a standalone bill. As I told you in that video earlier, senators didn't want to touch that standalone bill when it passed the House with a 10-foot pole. And because it wasn't getting any traction, Speaker Johnson decided instead to bundle it up with must-pass foreign aid and sanctions. And at that point, the Senate had no choice but to take it up. Senator Markey said that was not cool.
We need time to have a deeper conversation about how to address the national security risks caused by ByteDance's ownership of TikTok. We need time to understand the ban's implication on TikTok's creators and users. We need time to consider alternative ideas. This legislation does not repeal the original legislation. It merely allows for more time.
Now, let's talk about the reality of Senator Markey's emergency bill. As you know, the Republicans are the majority in the Senate and the House, for what it's worth. While Senator Markey can introduce this emergency Save TikTok bill, it will be up to the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, a Republican, to decide whether Senator Markey, a Democrat's bill, can be brought up for a vote. That is the first hurdle. The other thing you have to understand is even if we get there, you have to understand the timing. The Senate does not usually move quickly. Bills, if the Senate Majority Leader decides to put them on the floor, usually take about a week to even get to the stage where they can be voted on. Well, TikTok doesn't have a week. TikTok has 6 days before this ban takes effect. Plus, even if it could get there and pass the Senate, it would still have to pass the Republican-controlled House, and President Biden would still have to sign it. Senator Markey spent time on the floor explaining that the U.S. economy would take a real hit if TikTok goes away. Not to mention all the personal stories that the senator relayed of TikTok users who've said that their livelihoods would be ripped away from them if the ban happened. Senator Markey said if those personal stories aren't enough to change his colleague's mind, maybe this will be.
If my colleagues remain unmoved by these personal accounts, they should consider the political implications of the TikTok ban. The 170 million Americans that use TikTok each month will be furious when their favorite platform goes dark. That's 170 million Americans. 170 million reasons to think very carefully about their position.
I'll keep you posted on whether or not the Senate Majority Leader decides to move forward with Senator Markey's bill.